Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Academy for Civil Services. There's a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial of the day will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with news topic list. Today is 17th of March. The first topic is Supreme Court clears center's one rank one pension scheme. We'll see the detail about this. Second, electronic vehicle sales will rise 10 times by 2022. This is what the government has to state. Third, House panel flag issues plaguing Manrega scheme, the challenges and the loopholes. Second last, center restore e-tourist visa for the countries. We'll see the detail about this. And the last is an editorial, clean energy must use the battery of a circular economy. So this is all the news and editorial topic list. Apart from this, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based question. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. Before that, if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do not forget to press a like button. And just to tell you about our new app, this is 2.2, the updated app, which will give you a lot more other facilities. For more details, you can refer to the description section down below where I provided a dedicated link for that. First news, that is Supreme Court clears center's one rank one pension scheme. This is something important for General Studies Paper 2, structure, organization, function of executive and judiciary. So the Supreme Court has recently upheld center's one rank one pension scheme for the armed forces. This is something very important, a long pending scheme that was coming, that was long being demanded by the personnel who were retired from the army and the armed forces. Now the Supreme Court has also upheld the program and policies that was actually envisaged by the central government. Now the court has ruled that no constitutional infirmity was there in the way of government, and they had introduced one rank one pension among the ex-services personnel. Now, क्या है one rank one pension scheme? One rank one pension scheme means that any two military personnel which is retiring from the same rank will have the, or if they have a same year of service, they must get the equal pension. So it says if same rank plus same year of service, they should get the same pension, right? So this is what a one rank one pension is all about. While this might appear almost obvious कि जो ऐसे लोग हैं actually retire जिस एज पे करते हैं या जितनी ड्यूरेशन रही उनकी सर्विस की उस पर्टिकुलर रैंक में उनको एक तरह की पेंशन होनी चाहिए, बट अभी भी उस पेंशन में काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिस्पैरिटी है. Now, demand for one rank one pensions. So, ex-servicemen have demanded one rank one pension to correct the discrepancy that is arising in the pensions, basically the fund they are getting from the government. Over the decade, government ने कुछ और important committees बनाई थी. They will be looking into that part. तो Brigadier KP Singh Deo committee बनी 1983 में. They have recommended system to standardize the rate of pension and did the Parliament Standing Committee on Defence as well. उसके बाद 2015 में the central government has notified current one rank one pension scheme which was made applicable from 2014. So an important landmark step taken by the government to ensure ऐसे arms personnel जो retired हो रहे हैं उनको one rank one pension मिले. Now something other important facts that you must know that it should be implemented. It was actually implemented on 7th November 2015. Benefit is effective from 1st of July 2014. One rank one pension implies uniform pensions to armed forces personnel जो retired हुए हैं same rank से with the same length of services. By the length of services I mean the total duration of services, right? One rank one pension is bridging the gap between the rate of pension current and the past retirees. And approximately 42,740 crore has been dispersed to 20,60,000 to 20 forces of the family and the prisoners, pensioners जो receive कर रहे हैं. And one rank one pension beneficiaries has got the benefit of fixations under the 7th pay commissions, right? So earlier जब टाइम से 7th pay commissions की implementations हुई है तो उसके रिविजन्स करके जो पेंशन्स इनको मिल रही है वो भी 7th सेंट्रल पे कमीशंस के अकॉर्डिंगली मिल रही है. Now the other news, electronic vehicle sales will rise 10 times by 2022, and this is something important for General Studies Paper 2, that is government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementations. So this is a statement coming from the Minister of Union Road and Transport and Highway. They said they have advocated in Parliament that adopting alternative fuel is something which is a need of the hour, और उसमें ग्रीन एनर्जी और क्लीन एनर्जी की तरफ अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक व्हीकल्स की बात की गई है. So the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway has said that the sales of electronic vehicles will set to rise by 10 times, and they've said like by 2022 end they're expected कि ये numbers और increase होंगी, कम से कम 10% तो होंगी. Now, uptick in the demand of electronic vehicle has been seen. The ministry has cited the figure, which clearly state the uptick in the demand of electronic vehicles in the recent time. If you look into the year back, like 2019 and 20, अगर उसकी sales को देखें और compare करें 2020-21 से, so it has seen a rise of 422% in the demand of electronic vehicles, right? This number earlier in 19 was 28,508. And now the current number is 1,49,068. So this is an increase of 422%. The sale of 3 vehicles by 75% can be easily visible. 4-wheeler में 230% तक की increase देखी गई है in absolute, right? If you're quoting in mains examination, make sure आप इस तरह के data को वहाँ utilize कर पाएंगे. The number of electric buses that is also coming is from 80 to 1,177, and this is over 1200%. In Delhi specifically, if you talk, Delhi, Bangalore में भी ऐसे states हैं जिन्होंने electronic vehicles buses की बहुत ज़्यादा भी uses बढ़ाई हैं in public transport. Now, the sale of electronic vehicles is expected to increase by 10 times. This is what the ministry has to say. And according to some data that was registered, ये कहा गया 1.7% पेट्रोल डीजल व्हीकल जो रजिस्टर्ड हुए उसके कंपैरिजन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक व्हीकल की रजिस्ट्रेशंस काफ़ी हाई. एंड कंट्री मस्ट अडॉप्ट क्लीन फ्यूल, एंड जो हमारी डिपेंडेंस है ऑयल इंपोर्ट पे वो इसी तरह से कम की जा सकती है. ऑल्दो वी हैव द बेसिकली ऑब्लिगेशंस अंडर द पेरिस क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड COP26 की जो अभी रिसेंट में मीटिंग हुई है उस सारी चीज़ों को अगर एक कमोवेश देखा जाए, इफ यू लुक इनटू ऑल इंटीग्रेटिंग एवरीथिंग, विल कम टू नो दैट दिस इज समथिंग एसेंशियली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया टू इंश्योर कि क्लीन और ग्रीन एनर्जी की तरफ आगे बढ़े. जो हमारी नेट जीरो की एमिशंस की जो टारगेट है by 2070, this can be the small steps that can reach us to that level, right? Presently, import of crude oil is costing government of India around 8 lakh crore rupees. It's a huge amount. Alternative fuels की अगर बात करें, electricity, ethanol, methanol, biodiversities, bio-CNG, green hydrogen, and sustainable environmental friendly is as well essentially required at this point of time. Now, benefits of hydrogen की भी बात की गई पार्लियामेंट में. इसके बारे में कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ों को हाईलाइट की गई, लाइक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रोड एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड हाईवे हैज हेल्ड हाइड्रोजन एज अ फ्यूल फॉर फ्यूचर. दिस इज समथिंग विच इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर कमिंग ईयर ऑल्सो, एंड दिस कैन बी अ फ्यूचर फ्यूल. Recently, the green hydrogen fuel cell electronic vehicle was launched by Toyota. You can see this car, which was launched recently by the brand Toyota. An MOU was also signed between the Toyota Motor Private Limited and International Center for Automobile Technology, जहाँ पे पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के थ्रू ये इवेल्युएट करेंगे कि व्हीकल्स की परफॉर्मेंस क्या है और इंडियन रोड और यहाँ के जो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली कितनी सुटेबल होंगी इस तरह की व्हीकल्स, विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज FCEV, दैट इज hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles. Now, the other news, House panel flag issues plaguing Banrega. This particular news is important for General Studies paper 2, welfare schemes for the vulnerable section of the population by the center and the states. So, Parliamentary Standing Committee ने अपने एक लेटेस्ट रिपोर्ट में कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ों को हाईलाइट की है, दैट इज विद रिगार्ड्स टू द इफेक्टिव कोऑर्डिनेशंस विद द स्टेट इन टर्म्स ऑफ टाइमली रिलीज ऑफ फंड फॉर द महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी स्कीम्स. तो लूप होल्स के बारे में बात की गई है, जो खामियां हैं, जो नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स हैं, उनको हाईलाइट किया है पार्लियामेंट्री स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ने. So some major problem that was highlighted by the Parliamentary Standing Committee, the first among them is a fake job card, right? Actually, the beneficiaries who were registered in that particular Manrega scheme was not that part. So fake job was also, job ID was created to ensure कि वहाँ से जो अमाउंट है बेनिफिशियरीज के वो ले ली जाए और जो थर्ड पार्टी या फिर जो मीडिएटर्स हैं एक्चुअल में बेनिफिट उनको हो रही है. सो फेक जॉब कार्ड इज ऑल्सो अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम. Widespread corruption is something which is essentially highlighted by the Parliamentary Standing Committee. Late uploading of muster rollers, जो actual rollers होते हैं हर village से, उसकी updations भी proper नहीं है. Huge pending payment of the wages and material, and insufficient funding which is there as a part of a major problem coming from the Manrega. Now, other issues, if you talk about the budget scheme for 2022 were reduced by 78,000 crore rupees by the Department of Rural, which is now 73,000 crore rupees, right? You can see this figure. अगर बात करें actual 2021 के, this was this much amount, and now the estimation is that they will only receive 73,000 crore rupees, which is again a negative figure of minus 25.5%, right? So if you're writing in mains paper, you can highlight this point that the actual slash is going to impact a lot more people. जो budget allocations कम हुई है, जो estimations कम हुई है, उसके वजह से जो number of enrollment होगी वो भी कम होगी, जिसकी वजह से और ज़्यादा problem होगी. And we have seen that the amount that the wages was actually expected to be given were not provided, right? तो wage issues भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, wage disparity भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा है. एक uniform wage की बात कही गई है, right? Uniform wages which is essentially required, but that has not happened yet. Now, with regards to the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, the panel has said that ground level observations of corruption has been exposed. Now, Manrega contribute to the sustainable development goal, जो हमारी SDG के target है, उसमें किस तरह से contribute करती है? It contribute to almost, if you see this number of SDG goals which is there, this is contributing here, right? Almost 10 numbers. So, no poverty is something which can be contributed by Manrega. Zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality educations, right? Fifth is gender equality. Then decent work and economic growth, industrial innovations and infrastructure, and reduce inequalities. So मनरेगा के बारे में जब भी आप डिस्क्रिप्शंस लिखें मेंस में, तो आप ये ज़रूर लिखेंगे ग्राफ बना करके कि किस तरह से मनरेगा हमारे एसडीजी गोल को भी अचीव करने में हेल्प कर रही है. तो व्हाट हैपन टू अचीव अ टारगेट, गवर्नमेंट डेफिनेटली एम्स फॉर अ पॉलिसी, राइट? एक पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट अगर जीरो हंगर के लिए बना रही है या फिर गुड हेल्थ और वेलबींग के लिए बना रही है, तो ये एक अकेली ऐसी स्कीम है जो इतने सारे जो टारगेट्स हैं हमारे एसडीजी के उसको पूरी कर रही है. तो उस पर ज़्यादा ध्यान होना चाहिए, उस पर ज़्यादा जोर होना चाहिए, राइट? If you're writing, make sure this is very, very important that you highlight all this issue in the mains paper. Now, center restore e-visa, e-tourist visa for the countries, something which is important for general studies paper 2, government policies and intervention for development of various sectors and issues arising from it, or bilateral regional grouping and agreement, evolving India's and affecting India's interest may be a topic important. Now, in a measured decision towards the revival of tourism, गवर्नमेंट ने रिसेंटली डिसाइड किया है कि जो 5 years की ई टूरिस्ट वीज़ा दी जाती थी वो वापस से लाई जाएगी, एंड दिस वुड इंक्लूड सिटीजन फ्रॉम 156 कंट्रीज, राइट? जो पेपर वीज़ाज हैं वो भी मिलेंगे. बेसिकली कोविड के टाइम में सारी चीज़ें स्टॉप कर दी गई थी. फॉर द पास्ट 2 years देयर वर नो वीज़ाज देयर बिकॉज ऑफ द आउटब्रेक ऑफ द कोविड-19 एंड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस. ना वैलिड लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन वीज़ाज़ की अगर बात करें, कुछ ऐसे कंट्रीज़ हैं वहाँ उन पर्टिकुलर कंट्रीज़ में इंडिया लॉन्ग वीज़ाज़ देती है, लाइक यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स एंड जापान, दैट हैज़ ऑल्सो बीन रीस्टोर्ड. नाउ द इंस्ट्रक्शन इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी एप्लीकेबल विद सर्टन एक्सेप्शंस. अफगानिस्तान एक ऐसी स्टेट्स है जो इस पर्टिकुलर बेनिफिट्स के लिए एप्लीकेबल नहीं होंगे वहाँ के लोग, राइट? अभी भी वहाँ पे ई इमरजेंसी एक्स मिसलेनियस वीज़ा ही मिलेंगी, बिकॉज वी सीन the Afghanistan government has been ruled by Taliban. वहाँ जो डेमोक्रेटिक सेटअप थी उसको आप खत्म कर देगा और तालिबान ने ओवरटेक किया. सो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज टेकिंग ऑल कॉशंस ऑन दैट पार्ट. Now, fresh e-tourist visa की अगर बात करें, national from this 156 countries will be eligible for issuance of fresh e-visas. This would be under the Visas Manual 2019. और जब ये अनाउंसमेंट आई है, इंटरनेशनल फ्लाइट्स भी रिज्यूम कर दी जाएगी फ्रॉम March 27. And center has restored electronic visas, इसको ETV भी कहते हैं, and the facility for 156 country, this would be done under the order of the Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, उसके अलावा जो रिवाइन borders है, including the Atari-Wagah border in Pakistan, that will remain shut, except with the special permission. For this particular region, we have to take a special permission, and the Ministry of Home Affairs has to decide whether they want to be continued or not. Now, the ministry said that the foreign national who have a tourist visa may enter through a long designated Shi immigration checkpost and international airports as well. Now, clean energy must use a battery of circular economy. This particular editorial is important for general studies paper 2. Government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementations. So what I'm going to discuss under this editorial, the first is the market estimates, renewable waste management and steps to nurture the circular economy. कौन-कौन से ऐसे steps होंगे? First would be revise existing electronic waste management. R&D is essential, that is research and development. Focus on finance and quality, improvement in product design and quality, and the last is the bottom line. So the entire editorial focuses upon the solar energy, clean and sustainable energy. So let's understand this editorial in simple way. So the recent budget that was presented, the budget speech में बहुत ज़्यादा emphasis की गई है cleaner energy की तरफ, and even solar energy and batteries is considered to be India's future economic growth, which government do advocate for. Now the call for the creation of circular economy is significant. जहाँ पे waste management की अगर बात की जाए, waste management of ecosystem would be necessary to manage enormous waste that is being generated from the renewable energy projects, right? तो coming decades में ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी issues होगी जो government को देखनी है और इस पे वाकई में काम करने की जरूरत है. Now market estimations की अगर बात करें, according to the International Renewable Energy Agency, this has estimated that the cumulative waste that has been generated, India's की जो total solar capacity है, is to be high as 325 kilowatt ton by 2030. Now consulting firm है MKJ Research, JMK Research and Analytics, they have estimated that the market of the battery recycling would be around 23 gigawatts by 2030. So this is the number that is coming from the market estimates. Now renewable waste management की बात की गई है, how this can be done. So a study was conducted by the Council on Energy, Environment and Water. They have estimated that India would need almost 5,630 gigawatt of solar and 1,792 gigawatts of wind energy to achieve a net zero emission. Very, very important point. Make sure you note this or take a screenshot of. जब आप मेंस में लिखेंगे तो ये पॉइंट आप जरूर हाईलाइट करें कि नेट जीरो एमिशंस के टारगेट अचीव करने के लिए इंडिया को सोलर और विंड एनर्जी पे क्या क्या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस की जरूरत पड़ेगी. And a robust renewable waste management and recycling ecosystem must provide India to reduce the environmental harm, provide energy and also create a new jobs. Now कुछ ऐसे important steps जो nurture करेंगे circular economy के. So we'll understand things by steps. First step is revising existing electronic waste management, जहाँ पे policy makers should revise the existing electronic waste management rule and bring clean energy components under their ambit, right? उसको अपने अंदर अपने boundaries, अपने jurisdiction में लाने की जरूरत है. And these rule are based extended producer, जो मैं EPR जिसको कहते हैं, extended producer responsibility के अंदर लाने की जरूरत है. That should identify the producer as a responsible to engage and estimate their waste products, right? Now moving ahead with the other point, that is dumping and burning the different components should be banned. Currently, in the absence of any regulation, landfill is the cheapest and most common practice that is managing for the renewable energy wastage. Study ये बताती है कि leaching of heavy metals such as lead or cadmium, ये solar voltaic well की जो module से निकलती है, that has increased by 90% to 40%, right? So lead increased by 90% and cadmium has increased by 40%. Now research and development is very, very essential at this point of time. So renewable energy industries में investment, research and development is something which is very important for recycling of technology. Recycling is a multi-step process that include dismantling, disassemblies, then extraction. और industries की अगर बात करें, industry should explore technology transfer. We already have a collaboration with many countries in terms of TT, that is technology transfer. और global recycling firms भी इस पे काम कर रही हैं, जहाँ पे waste recycle facilities को भी start किया जाएगा. Now focus on finance and quality is essentially required. The creation of innovation finance route for the waste management is essential. Access to finance is a major roadblock for the player in the recycling ecosystem. तो यहाँ पे भी जो state of art technology, we need to incorporate it. The center system should also nurture the public-private sectors with lower interest rate on the loan disbursement, renewable energy, waste recycling and other facilities. Now improvement करने की जरूरत है design और quality के part में भी. So they need to have an improvement in terms of design of the product and the quality of the product. Renewable energy components जो हैं, that should फाइंड अ सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ द टॉक्सिक मेटल्स, जो इतने भी टॉक्सिक मेटल्स निकल रहे हैं उसे हम किस तरह से इन्वायरमेंट में आने से रोक सकें. दिस वुड बी अगेन समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सम ऑफ द हार्मफुल टॉक्सिक मेटल्स इंक्लूड cadmium and lead, which again damage the soil fertility, and it has a repercussion and negative effect to our environment as well. Such improvement in the process of effectiveness should go a long way, which should have a creation for subsequent impact on the environment as well. Now, some bottom line or conclusion. So, developing and effective renewable energy waste management of the circular ecosystem is imperative rather than a choice. And the worker in the informal economy should access various socio-economic benefits and look forward for the improved quality of life, right? So, this is how the government can move ahead. And if you're writing in mains paper, you can conclude the answer in such a way. Now, moving ahead with the MCQ questions of the day, before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions. For first question, the correct option is C. For second question, the correct option is A. Today's MCQ for practice, World Sustainable Development Summit. It is an annual flagship event organized by the Greenpeace. Theme for 2021 summit was redefining our common future, safe, secure environment for all. So you have to choose the correct option and get the answer correct. Second, Saksham, that is Shramik Shakti Manch. It's a dynamic portal for job shaping Shramik, MSME, and other industries across the country. And the portal uses the algorithm of artificial intelligence, provide analytic skill training programs of the Shramik. So do check it out. इस तरह के जितने भी गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स हैं वो आपके एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. So this was all about the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.